So I'm going to show you how to create a new list and a sign up form so that you can encourage your existing customers to re-opt in to your sign up lists, or to encourage new customers to sign up so that you're fully covered after the 25th of May for the new GDPR regulations. I am going to be talking to you as if you've already set up Mailchimp and you've already got some customers in there. So this tutorial really is about just making yourself as compliant as possible. First job then, you need to log into your Mailchimp account, and once you're in there, we're going to be working from the lists. If you click on your lists, you should have one or more sets of lists already set up. Now, all the ones that I've got at the bottom here are existing ones, and I've just set up this top one just last week, and this is the one that I'm going to be using after the end of May. So these are the ones where I've got some of my old subscribers to resubscribe, or I've got new customers in there and they have agreed and they've done double opt-in, and so I know that I am fully covered after the end of May. Now, as you can see, I've got 272 subscribers there, and I've only got 30 that have re-opted in at the moment. So my view is to keep as reminding people as often as possible from now until the end of May about the need to opt in so that you can keep marketing to them. So for the sake of this afternoon, what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually show you how to create a brand new list, just as I have done here. And then I'm going to show you how to do a sign up form and then link that into your next Mailchimp campaign or share it onto Facebook so that you can be fully compliant. So job number one. Click on create a list at the top here. You are going to create a new list. I'm going to set one up, as I say, just for the sake of this afternoon so that I can show you how to do it. You need to decide on a name for your list. So I'm going to call mine Flamingo Customers Post May 2018. Bear in mind that whatever you choose as a list name is going to be what your customers see, so don't choose anything rude. Maybe think of something slightly better than I've done this afternoon. You then need to give an email address that is going to show on those forms, and I always say that I am Helen Guyett, can't even spell my own name, and list myself as executive partner. I wish I could type. Partner with Flamingo Paperie, and then go down, and what you need to do is actually choose something that you're going to write at the bottom of the list so that people know why you've joined. So I'm going to go down and choose something I've used before. If you haven't got one set up, then you can use this wording or come up with your own. And then at the bottom here, I'm going to click double opt-in. It just covers our backs again after the end of May, so that what that means is once they've agreed to sign up, they get an email that they have to click a confirmation for. It's a bit of a bind on terms of in terms of the customers, but it just covers our backs. Now, your notifications, I click so that I receive a notification when somebody subscribes and when somebody unsubscribes. I can't be bothered with getting a daily update as well with everything in it, so I just click those two and click save. Once you click save, that list is now set up. You can see I've got the title at the top here, and what we're going to do now is we're going to go into sign up forms, and you get various options in here. You want to go to Form Builder, which is the first option. Click Select. And once you're in there, there's loads and loads of forms that are they're preset for you, and then you can modify. So what we're wanting to do is to create a sign-up form so that anybody that goes onto your list has to fill this form in. Now, this information here, that's your link to this sign-up form. So once you have got all this set up, you can share that address on Facebook, you can share it on Twitter, you can copy and paste that address into a Mailchimp campaign, and that is the way that people are going to automatically get pinged to this list. So what we're going to do here is we are going to create a form, and you can personalize that however you like. Now, at the top here, you're going to put a message in. I'm not going to type it all out, but I'm going to put something like, please sign up here to receive updates about Flamingo, blah, 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 blah. Not going to do it all now, but once you've signed that, clicked OK on there, you can see that whatever you've written there fits in there. If you want to change that, go to edit. People have got to give their email address, the first name and the last name. I've asked on this form for this new sign up to have people write their address in. Now you can see this is blue at the moment and it says hidden. So if you click on that blue area, you should get, she says, double click. You should get a menu screen at the side here. Now at the moment, if you see, the field visibility is clicked as hidden. So if you click visible there and click save, what that does is it shows that on the form. Now also what you want to be doing is probably changing the default country code there to the United Kingdom, as most of your customers are probably going to be in this country. Also, I've asked again for phone numbers this time, just because I'm trying to restart my whole database. So I'm going to click that as visible as well. So people have to give their email address, their postal address and their phone number. Now at this point, I want a little bit more information about my customers and I want to know how best to market to them. So I'm going to click this plus arrow at the bottom here, and that's going to give me a new field. And what I want to do is add a field. And for the first section, I want to click radio buttons. Actually, no, I'm going to do checkboxes. And that will provide me with a set here of tick boxes, just like the Keep Me Posted form. So I'm going to make it into a Keep Me Posted form. So I don't want it to be called group category 22453. I want to call to tell people to please tick all that apply. And then I am going to call the first one, what do I want people to do? I want to know whether, please keep me, can't type, updated with emails and paper catalogues. Now I'm going to go into a preset one in a minute so that I don't have to spend hours setting all this up with you now. And then going to add another option, and that's going to say please keep me updated with emails only. Then I'm going to click another one where it says paper catalogues only. It just gives your customers the choice of how you actually market to them. And as much as you don't want them not to have a catalogue, or you don't want them not to have an email, I think it's important in this transition to make sure we give them as many choices as we can. So I'm going to save that field there. And as you can see now, that, because I only did one, will come up there and people can tick that, and then they hit subscribe to the list. And that's all you need to do. So let me just show you one that I have set up already. I'm going to go into new customers. Here's my sign up form here. I've done it very slightly differently. I've got tick boxes and radio buttons. So at the bottom here, they have to choose one of these three options. You can use this wording if you would like. I don't mind. Go ahead. And then I've given them the option. These four options here are directly copied from the Keep Me Posted paper forms, so that it's an exact replication of what's on there. And then they click subscribe to the list, and basically that's all you need to do. Now this email address here, sorry, this web address here, you can copy and paste it by selecting and copy, and then when you go into creating a campaign, you click your campaigns up there. I'm not going to do a whole tutorial today on how to create a campaign, but if you use that link in your campaigns, it will ping directly to this sign up form. Now, once they've filled that sign up form in, They then get a confirmation email. They have to click on the link to confirm, and then that gets pinged through. And you will then have them on a list. So if I go back to all of my lists there, as I said before, I had 272 subscribers. Currently only got 30 of them moved over, but I started this process on Friday, so we're only 3 days in, and my intention is to email my customers twice monthly, as I always do, and every single email that I send them now will have a link to this sign-up form. I just think that so many people and so many companies are going to be wanting people to re-opt in, that if we can get them opted back into our own list before they get bored of clicking opt-in form selections, then we're more likely to get more subscribers. I do believe we're going to lose some customers out of this because some will never read their emails. My intention is to send out a paper flyer with the May release supplement, and I'm actually going to put that same web link into onto a paper flyer so that people can choose to opt in that way as well. So I hope this has been helpful. Drop me a line if you would like to. My email address is helen@guyett, GUYATT.f9, F for Freddy 9 the number.co.uk, and then if you've got any questions, I'll see whether I can help.